I'm here today with a top 5 drugstore foundations. I'm doing this with my friend Kelly Strack here on YouTube. I will link all of her information down below. I have followed Kelly for a really long time. We finally got to meet each other recently when we were down in LA for the Sweet Peach event, and she's so sweet, she's so kind, she does awesome makeup. We were both ambassadors for influencers. She was the makeup ambassador, I was the hair ambassador. And yeah, it was really fun finally meeting her in person, and so we decided to do our top 5 drugstore foundations. I have 6 here in front of me. I have one that I don't have anymore, and so I will share that with you guys when I get to it. But don't forget to check out Kelly's video. It'll be linked in the description box down below. If you're coming from Kelly's channel, welcome. Or if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe before you leave by hitting that subscribe button. And all y'all, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. So if you want to see my top 5, maybe my top 7 drugstore foundations, then just stay tuned. First foundation is an oldie but a goodie. This was one of the first foundations when I started YouTube that I reviewed. I think I have a review of it. It is the Revlon Color Stay Whipped. I love this foundation. It's one of those that I always come back to and I'm like, why did I stop using that? It's so good. I love it. I hate the clunkiness of the jar. So I actually go get these little 1 ounce containers from Target and I just put it in there. But it's a really nice moussey whipped foundation. It's a little bit thicker, but I feel like it dries on the skin and it sits, like sinks into your skin. It doesn't sit on top. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. It feels light, but it is like obviously a thicker foundation. Like it's not coming out. I actually prefer this formula over the Color Stay that is in the bottles. They have like a dry formula and an oily formula. I have found that when my skin is more oily, this works perfect, and when it's more dry, it works perfect. It's just a fantastic foundation. I think I own this in probably like 4 different shades because I love it so much. So if you have not tried it yet, you're late to the bandwagon, but it's not too late to go to your drugstore, pick this up. You will love it. Again, the packaging is obnoxious and huge, but you can always depot it into like a little 1 ounce container and you'll be good to go. All right, the next is also an oldie but goodie. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. Now, I went through a phase where my skin was super oily and this was a no-go for me, but since my skin has kind of turned a little bit more normal, slightly combo, I really, really like this foundation. It's a beautiful luminous foundation from the drugstore. I love the coverage. It's a medium coverage for me. It blends beautifully. It doesn't get overly dewy or oily, and it's just such a beautiful luminous coverage. A lot of people have, I believe the dupe that people say this is for is the Armani Luminous Silk. I don't know if I 100% agree with that because I feel like the luminous silk doesn't really make me that luminous, but this definitely will give you a beautiful glow to your skin. So if you're looking for a glowy foundation that's not overly glowy, but it does give you that luminosity, I would highly recommend checking out the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. The Fit Me Dewy and Smooth by Maybelline. Love this. Now they do have a matte and poreless, which did not work for me. Even when I was oily, I felt like if I used that foundation more than 2 days in a row, it just dried my skin up. It made my skin crack. I've never had a foundation do that. I know a lot of people who have oily skin love the matte and poreless, but it just was too much, too drying for my skin. But the Dewy and Smooth is absolutely amazing. I highly, highly, highly recommend this. I think it's such a beautiful coverage on the skin. Blends beautifully, it's not overly heavy. The downside to this is it is an open spout, which I don't particularly love. I love having a pump, which is what's nice about the True Match Lumi. And obviously we talked about the packaging of this one, but this one doesn't have a pump. They have websites where they will sell pumps that fit these bottles. I just don't have any, but absolutely love this foundation. It gives a beautiful finish to the skin, a very natural but medium coverage, but like a natural finish. So it's not going to be overly luminous, but it's not super dry or matte as well. If this is too luminous for you, I would recommend checking this one out because I feel like this one is less luminous than this one is, if that makes sense. This one's just so good. It's my little baby. Next two I'm going to kind of put hand in hand. I love them both. We have the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, which gives you the glowiness, or you have the Pro Matte, which gives you a really nice matte finish. It's not completely matte to me. I feel like it has more of a really beautiful satin finish to the skin, both incredibly long wearing. I find these 3 are the most long wearing of the foundations I'm going to talk to you about. These 2, while they wear pretty well, they're not as long wearing as these ones. And I do find that this Pro Glow, even though it is glowy or a luminous foundation, it really does last on the skin for a long time. I don't know if it's 24 hours, but it is a long wearing foundation. I have both of these in numerous shades because I love it so much. This one's fantastic in the summer. This one I like in the winter months. Sometimes I will mix the two together and it kind of gives me that in-between feel. Both are medium to buildable full coverage. Both look beautiful on the skin. It just depends if you're wanting a more matte finish or a more luminous finish, but both are amazing. Another foundation that is in my favorites, I love it, but I've already ran out of it, is the Rimmel Lasting Finish Foundation. It's like $6. You can get it at Target. It has the red cap. That stuff is so amazing. It lasts all day. It blends beautifully into the skin. It's not heavy. It's not makeup-y looking. It's really, really light, but full coverage, but lasts all day. I'd highly recommend checking that one out if you are looking for a new drugstore foundation. It is like an opened like this kind, you know, it doesn't have a pump, which I'm not a fan of, but absolutely love that foundation. I've gone through probably 2 bottles of it and it's so good. And then I wanted to do a little honorable mention. This is a newer one, but I'm already loving it. It's the Maybelline Dream Cushion Foundation. I have a first impressions that just went up recently on my channel, so you can check that out if you're interested. But it's a cushion foundation like most other cushion foundations look. My self tanner shade is number 30, but I really like this. I feel like it looks beautiful on the skin, more of a luminous glow to your skin. So if you don't like the luminous glow, you might want to stay away from it, or you'll need to really powder. It did get shiny on me a few hours in, but not enough to where I didn't like it. I just kind of blotted, and I loved the way the rest of my makeup looked. So I wanted to give this a little honorable mention because I thought it was really good. Okay, so that is my top 5 or top 7 drugstore foundation. I would love to know what some of your favorite drugstore foundations are. Leave them in the comments below so all of us can read them and figure out other good foundations. If you've tried these, do you love them? Do you hate them? Give me your top 5 drugstore foundations in the comments below. And if you don't have 5, then just give me 1 or 2 and tell me why you love it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out Kelly's video. It will be in the description below. Go check her out. Tell her I sent you. Tell her I said hi. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Again, don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up this video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!